Welcome to the iRally preview for round 5 of the 2011 Intercontinental Rally Challenge. Where have we come to for round 5? Well, we have come to the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, the beautiful, beautiful Azores Islands. What a rally this is. It does feel as if we're in the middle of nowhere, and I suppose we are more or less in the middle of nowhere, but it's a beautiful place. As I say, wonderful rolling hills, reminiscent, I suppose, of Scotland, of New Zealand. Really beautiful, lush, almost subtropical countryside around here. But more importantly, what are the stages like? Well, we've got 205 competitive kilometres of stages here this weekend, 17 stages in total, and they're tough stages. They are gravel, little bit of tarmac thrown in there, but the vast majority of the stages are gravel. A loose surface, road position could well be an issue here. They are medium fast stages defined by low walls and by, well, small banks. So you have to be neat, you have to be tidy, you have to be precise. The other big thing here this weekend to look out for is the weather. The weather changes very quickly. As I say, we're on an island in the middle of the Atlantic. The weather blows across very, very quickly indeed. So tyre choice might be an issue this weekend. But who's going to win this one? Well, what I've done for you is I've had a look at my top 6 drivers for this weekend. We've also had a look at the top 6 stages. Well, stage 1 to 6 anyway for this weekend. So here we go. The top 6 drivers, certainly my top 6 drivers to look out for on the 2011 SATA Azores Rally. So this is stage 6, the very, very famous crater stage, one of the most famous stages in the world of rallying. It is certainly one of the most dramatic stages. So who is number 6 on my list of drivers to watch this weekend? Well, it's Peugeot UK's Guy Wilkes. Listen, he missed this rally last year, and as I keep saying, I think experience is really going to be what matters here this weekend. But Wilkes, we know, can be very, very fast on gravel. He's one of the bravest drivers out there. The Peugeot 207 Super 2000 is a great car in these conditions. So number 6 on stage 6 is Guy Wilkes. Well, this is stage 5, and at number 5 on my list, I have Brian Bouffier. Bouffier, our winner from Monte Carlo. Well, we know he's more comfortable on tarmac than he is on gravel, but he can be quick on gravel. But this weekend, I think he might struggle. He hasn't been here before. A new rally onto gravel for the first time this year. I think we'll put him inside the top 5, but only just. Brian Bouffier, number 5. So this is the end of stage 4, and at number 4 in my list of drivers to watch this weekend is Bruno Magalhaes. Now, you might ask why. He's the guy who won this event sensationally on the final stage here last year. But it is his one and only win in the IRC. He hasn't shown that kind of pace really since then, and I think he might struggle to match the pace of the 3 Skoda drivers in front of him. But at number 4 on my list is Bruno Magalhaes. But don't count him out from pulling a surprise here and perhaps repeating his victory of, 12 months ago. Certainly a podium a possibility, but I have him on stage 4 at number 4. At number 3 in my top 6 drivers to watch this weekend, it is Jan Kopecky. Now, Jan Kopecky's had a difficult year again, hasn't he? Remember, well, he basically rolled his car. He certainly put it off the road during the shakedown for Ypres Rally just a couple of weeks ago, injuring his co-driver. Now, we have to hope that his co-driver is back to form. I think if Jan Kopecky and his co-driver manage to last this rally, they will do well. It might seem a little bit odd to a few of you that I've put Jan Kopecky at number 3, but I'm thinking back to Rally of Scotland last year. His pace on gravel is a lot better than it was, say, a year, 18 months or so ago. And I think Kopecky is due a good result. He's Mr. Consistent normally, so I'm putting him at stage 3, number 3. So at number 3, we had Jan Kopecky, and if you hadn't noticed, by the way, that was the super special stage in the quarry. Spectacular stage again on this rally. There are lots of spectacular stages. That's a really, really good super special. Lots of spectators there expected for the 2 runs through that stage. So we get to number 2 in my list of the top 6 to watch, and we're on, yep, you guessed it, stage 2. Well, listen, Andreas Mikkelsen is the man who I'm going to put at number 2. Mikkelsen was here last year in the Hankook team in a Fiesta, and he did really well. I think he finished 4th or 5th, something like that. Had a few problems along the way, had a puncture, came across some cows in the road, but his pace was good, and the way he drove the rally was very, very impressive indeed. Mikkelsen, you might say, well, can't do anything right just now in the IRC. Put the car off again on the first stage in Ypres, didn't he? Just 2Ks in. But listen, he's a young man. He's learning very quickly. He went from Ypres to the Italian gravel Gravel Championship just last weekend, and he won that one. Mikkelsen knows these stages. He knows he's due a good result. So Andreas Mikkelsen is the man who I'm putting at number 2 in my list. That's number 2, by the way, in my list of the top 6 drivers to watch this weekend. Who has made it to number 1? Well, let's head off to stage 1 to find out. So we've had a look at 5 of our top 6 so far. We've had a look at 5 of our top 6 stages so far this weekend. Well, here we are on stage 1. In fact, we're right at the start of stage 1. This is the start of the 2011 Rallye Açores. Who has made it to number 1 in my list of the top 6 drivers to watch this weekend? Well, it can't really be anyone other than the man of the moment, Juho Hänninen. He started 2 events this year. He started 3 events. He's won 2 of them. I think he'll make it a hat-trick of wins in this year's IRC. I think he'll make it 8 wins in total in the IRC this weekend. Hänninen is on gravel. He is a Finn. He was here last year. He should have won this event last year. Picked up a puncture, remember, in the penultimate stage. Juho Hänninen, the man of the moment, top of the list when it comes to my top 6 this weekend. So no real surprise then that my favourite for the win here in the Azores is Juho Hänninen. He has been in the most incredible form in this year's IRC. 2 wins from 3 starts. To be honest with you, it should have been 3 from 3. He was the class of the field in Monte Carlo. But it wouldn't surprise me if any one of our top 6 drivers win this event. It is going to be, I think, one of the most closely fought battles of the year so far. But there's one driver who I haven't mentioned in the top 6. He just, well, because of his form this year, just misses out on my top 6. It's Patrick Sandell. But listen, Sandell on gravel, on Pirellis. Don't forget, he is the only one of our top drivers on Pirellis this weekend. He might be the one to mix it up with the top 6. Sandell needs a good result. It's been a woeful season for him so far this year. But we'll wait and see what happens. To be honest with you, my man at number 1, Juho Hänninen, could well be the man who wins this one. But we'll wait and see. Listen, don't forget that we're covering all of this event on Rally Radio. You can follow that on the official website. You can follow it, obviously, through iRally. You'll be watching this video, I'm sure, through our iRally YouTube channel. Now, don't forget, have a look at that YouTube channel. There are lots of little videos, rally videos from rallies around the world. It would help us, it would help me tremendously if you press the subscribe button on our YouTube channel. It would certainly get those numbers up, and that's what we're looking for. But anyway, the other thing we're looking for is a winner here this weekend. My winner is Juho Hänninen. Join us for all the stages on Rally Radio from Rally Azores.